My dearest community, it was truly wonderful to see so many of you joining together with me in solidarity and prayer this past Friday night. Filled with words of solace and calls for peace, hope for the captive, and support for those in harm's way, our community prayed and lifted our voices to the heavens with the words of our sages and contemporary readings to comfort us in this time of continued pain. It has indeed been another week filled with painful news and immensely overwhelming information coming from Israel. As we continue to navigate this challenging time, I just want to remind you again that you are not alone. As we move forward collectively, we can continue to process this information in safe spaces within our community and in the broader community together. This week, as I'm continuing to think about how we move forward with the news ever present and looming and more destruction on the horizon, I think of this week's Torah portion, Breshit. In it, we witness the creation of the world, not in one fell swoop, but in small, careful steps, chronicled with the intention of bringing order to chaos. As I spoke of in my Devar Torah on Friday night, in small, careful steps, God speaks and brings beauty from the chaos, harmony from the chaos, light from the chaos. The Hasidic commentator Dego Machane Ephraim teaches that just as God spoke and the world was created, so too can we create worlds with our words and deeds. And not only that, he says that Torah itself requires us in every generation to interpret and understand the Torah according to what the generation needs at the time and according to the root of the soul of that generation. So, what does our generation need at this time? What is the soul of our generation? This has been and will continue to be a truly devastating conflict. It is utter chaos. And yet, the Torah still speaks to us and has a lesson for us today. Day after day, moment after moment, God creates order out of the chaos. Small steps, small gifts. That is what is needed from us right now. Matanot ktanot, small gifts. So, what are the big and small ways in which we can contribute? We are blessed in this community to have a number of ways to give of our hearts. Ways to show loving kindness and acts of mitzvot to lift us all in times of darkness. And so, I want to highlight 3 ways that you, as a CBT community, can tangibly bring light into the chaos this week. First, I want to spotlight 2 students in our religious school working on their mitzvah projects. Gael Gershwin Razo, whose bar mitzvah is in November, has chosen to work with an organization called Food Finders in Long Beach. Their mission is to eliminate hunger and food waste while improving nutrition in food insecure communities. He is running a non-perishable food drive through November 4th and has placed a large box in our front lobby asking for donations. Please consider bringing in cans and boxes of food to support his efforts, and take a look at the flyer in our email for more details. Next, Aiden Mayo, whose bar mitzvah is in December, is working on raising funds to build lunch bags for Wise Place in Santa Ana, where he volunteers his time. He is focusing his fundraising efforts for this part of his project via recycling of cans and bottles. He has also created a box in our lobby and has asked us all to act together to save the environment and bring those recyclables to the temple for him to redeem. He will be asking community members to fill bags with the food he purchases after his bar mitzvah service. And finally, we have the unique opportunity to participate in a series of learning and action programs connected to Chesed Shel Emet, the Jewish Burial and Comfort Society of Orange County. They will be holding their opening Shabbaton and training from October 27th through 29th, featuring a full weekend of learning and community building activities. I hope you will consider joining in this communal weekend of learning and growth focused on the mitzvah of caring for those who are dying, have passed away, or are in mourning. Their centerpiece event will take place on Sunday, October 29th, when they offer a Tahara and Shmirah immersive training from 11:15 to 3:30 at Harbor Lawn Cemetery. This training focuses on the vital mitzvah of escorting those in the community who have passed away. The attached flyer in our weekly email details the many wonderful offerings that weekend, and I strongly encourage you to consider registering for one or all of the events that you are interested in attending. All events and meals are offered at no cost to participants, but they would like to have an idea about how much food to prepare for each event. So please find all information for registering at jewishcollaborateoc.org/Hevra Kadisha. Again, that's jewishcollaborateoc.org/Hevra Kadisha. Each of these actions, matanot ketanot, are small gifts in a time of great darkness. You, my dear community, can bring the light. You, my dear community, are the gift. Continue to embrace those around you this week. Continue to share your light with the world. Continue to bring mitzvot and acts of loving kindness into this world as we move forward. As a reminder, Shabbat services will be held this Friday night at 7 p.m., both online and in person. Increased security measures are in place to ensure the safety and well-being of everyone. Services will be led by Student Rabbi Julie Fishbach, as I will be taking an evening off with my family. Torah study this week will also be canceled, but we will continue learning next week together. May we continue to grow together from strength to strength, even in this time of great uncertainty. Yisrael Chai.